Look how wide it is. Just look, this is my hand. I'm gonna put my elbow in front of the lenses so you can see the actual zoom out. Whoa, this is insane. I really love this lens. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my new wide angle lens. I've been searching for a long time which one to buy with a good price, and I finally found this beast. It's a Sony E-mount 10 to 18mm f4. I know it's Sony E-mount and I have a full frame camera. If you have a full frame camera, you can turn on or off if you want to crop your sensor. It is located in the menu in the shooting mode. So now I have it on off, and if I zoom out, look how wide it is. I know there's a vignetting in the corners, and if I zoom in for full, you can see also small vignetting. It is designed for APS-C or crop sensor. So if you have a 10 to 18mm on a crop sensor, it crop 1.5. So you actually have 15 to 27mm in a crop sensor. And if you're on a full frame camera and you want to avoid vignetting, your focal length is above 13 to 14mm. But in the settings, you can turn that off or on, so you can see when the vignetting starts to take. Yeah, there's a small distortion, but I really like that effect. So I'm going to zoom a bit. So now I'm gonna talk about the pros, why I bought this lens, and then I'm gonna talk about the cons. So let's get started. So the first pro is the price. I bought this lens for $400. It is used, but it looks like a new. And if you want to buy a new this lens, it would cost you about $700. So that's a really good price for a wide angle lens. It also has an autofocus and menu focus. For astrophotography or night landscapes, it's great to use menu focus. The lens delivers sharp images, especially in the center of the frame. Stopping down to f5.6 to 8, it improves corner sharpness. There is a minimal distortion for an ultra-wide lens. The constant f4 aperture throughout the zoom range is great for consistent exposure in varying lighting conditions. This lens has the OSS, which is a built-in stabilization. It's also very lightweight and compact. It weighed only 225 grams. It is designed for APS-C cameras, but if you're using it on a full frame, for example me, when I'm shooting 4K 60 FPS, it automatically crops the sensor to 1.5, so it's actually Sony E-mount. And when I'm shooting 4K 30 FPS, you can turn off the crop in the menu, and if you zoom out, you can see black corners, vignetting, but I really like the style and the effect, so it's a great choice. Now I'm gonna talk about the cons of this lens. While f4 is sufficient for most scenarios, it's not as bright as 2.8 or 1.4 lenses, which might be limiting in a low light or creating shallow depth of field. The second con is that the lens comes with this lens hood, so if you put it on the lens, so I put it on the lens, and now as you can see, if I zoom out, you start seeing these black corners because of this lens hood, so it's not that great. It also is a zoom like slide out lens, so if you're using gimbal, it might affect your stabilization, but I don't know. You can write down in the comments your experience if you change the slide and the lens changes the weight. You can write in the comment. I really love the sharpness of this lens. It looks awesome, and if you zoom out, you can see the black corners. I think it gives a dramatic and creative feel to your video, so I don't mind having vignetting. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something new. And if you're struggling which lens to buy, if you want the wide lens and you are on a crop sensor or full frame, I would give this lens a shot. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a subscribe and leave a comment down below what video you would like to see next. So see you in the next one.